Hello boys and girls, today we're going to be making a fish mobile. And I'm not talking about like an automobile, I'm talking about one of those mobiles that you can hang and they turn around and they're very pretty. So today we're going to be making some fish so we can hang them in our mobile. The fish that I already made some fish ahead of time. I'm going to show you. I have one here. And then I have another one here. They have two sides, you can see. And then I have another one here. Okay. And I'm going to teach you how to make them. To make this fish, you're going to need some sort of cardboard like this. You can use a cereal box, or you can use any sort of like thin cardboard. It doesn't need to be too thick because the thick one is really hard to cut. We're also going to need some tin foil. We're going to need some glue, could be either kind of glue. We're also going to need some just plain white paper so we can cut the eyes of the fish. We're going to need a pencil and some Sharpies or permanent markers. Now, if you don't have permanent markers and you want to decorate your fish, you can do it, use it tempera or something like that. But there's not a lot of things that you can actually use to write on tinfoil. So if you don't have permanent markers or you don't have tempera or something like that, you can just simply just leave it just with the eyes and that's it. You're also going to need some thread. I put my thread in a needle so because I'm going to go through the fish. Otherwise, you can just simply like use like tape and just tape it to the fish. And at last, you're going to need, the last thing you're going to need is something to hang the fish. I made, this is from a wire hanger, and I just took it apart and made a circle with it. You can just simply use a wire hanger as it is, or you can use a stick, or you can use literally anything that you can just hang the fish from. This is my little hanger, okay? So, I'm going to show you how to make one fish, and then you can make fish the way I make fish, or you can make them different shapes, and then I will show you at the end how the whole thing works because it takes a long time to make all the fish, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cardboard and I'm going to draw a fish. I'm going to do it with a marker so you can see it better here. And I am going to make a fish like this one, like this kind of fish. Now you can also make this kind of fish, but when you put like the fins and the tail like that, it makes it a lot harder to wrap the tinfoil around it. So I'm gonna make it like this. If you want, you can also add the fins and this kind of like V-shaped tail, but just so, you know, it's gonna be harder to wrap all the tinfoil neatly around it. So I'm gonna make a fish here. And you can cut it out and use it as a template for all the other fish, or you can just draw like, you know, maybe this fish can be a little chubbier and smaller. Maybe I can make a long fish that is skinny. Maybe I can make, I don't know, a fish that is more like shaped like this. So you can just like, you know, use your imagination and make the fish any way you want. I wouldn't make, you have two options. You can make a lot of them smaller, or you can make bigger ones and make less of them. But I'm going to just use this one to show you how to do it. I'm going to cut it out. As you can see, my fish is smaller than this fish, but it's okay. I want to have different fish, different sizes. Now I'm going to wrap it in my tinfoil. Now, I would cut out if you have a lot of extra one around it, so it's easier to, and especially here where it turns, where there's like corners or something like that, just make a little cut so it's easier to wrap. So I'm just gonna wrap it and I'm gonna flatten it with my fingers. see here, I have a lot of extra tinfoil, so I'm just gonna cut it. And for the moms that are watching this, if you ever have dull scissors that don't cut very well, if you cut some tinfoil with them, they will become sharper. So that's another way, something else that maybe you didn't know. All right, so that's my fish. I'll try to wrap it the best that I can. And now I'm going to make some eyes for my fish. This fish is kind of small, so I'm going to make a small circle. Or 2 small circles, I should say. If you have googly eyes, they're even better. But I don't. These are going to be my eyes. Now, using my Sharpie, I'm going to make like the scales. Like these. You can also, like I said, you can use also tempera paints. I wouldn't use anything else because there's really not a lot of things that you can use to decorate tinfoil. It's not an easy thing to draw on. And here I'm gonna make the same here. And now I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue my eyes. That's one. Oh. I have to press really hard so it stays. That. And the other eye. So that's how you're gonna make all the fish. You can have them different shapes and different sizes, so it's more fun. Okay, so now I have my thread here. I'm going to put it through the fish with my needle. There we go. We wanna knot it. See if I can do a good job. It's very thin, so it's not easy. It's good. And now I'm just gonna cut some of it. And I am going to tie it to my wire. You can, like I said, you can do it with a string. I mean, you can do it with a stick. You can do it with pretty much a dowel, hanger, anything. Just gonna tie it again. Make sure it's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, so here is my mobile. Well, the beginning of my mobile. I'll still have to put all of these fish around, and I'm going to make more fish. Some of them are gonna be big, some of them are gonna be small, some of them are gonna be longer, the string, some of them are gonna be shorter. So there's like different kinds of fish around, and I just can't wait to see the pictures that you send me when you make your mobiles. Please do. I always love to see what you make. Okay, and we'll see each other on Monday again. Bye.